welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about a problem we've been facing for the past almost the whole month of getting this software, platform, app, whatever you want to call it, out there. And that's the problem of speed versus quality and finding the balance there. It's been something that we've been working with Property Deals, but we're working on the name. Actually, drop a comment. I think I'm calling it Realize, Realyze. So kind of like realize the word, but also like real eyes, like on properties and stuff. A little more depth to that. But if you heard that, drop a like. Let me know if you have a better name for a real estate encompassing platform that brings people together and helps them find deals, find people in the space, learn all this sort of stuff. So back to the problem that we're facing is trying to figure out of the balance that we need and that's required to make a successful and valuable product in the quickest and shortest amount of time. So if you move too fast, it breaks and it is not valuable. But if you don't move fast enough, you miss the window. And this is something I think is good. Me and Jack have very different opinions on it, and we try to find the middle, which I think is the right answer. But trying to find where exactly in the middle is the hard part. So I'm very much like the quality needs to be top notch. I don't believe in putting something out there that's not going to be valuable to the person. And he's very much speed, get it out there quick. And I think as the days go on, he drives a little bit more towards value, and I drive a little bit more towards speed. But we're still on like opposite ends, which I think I brought this up in another video, is very good. What's it called? I'll put a card up here. I think it's like Echo something. I don't know. Basically talking about like echo chamber and getting out there and talking to different opinions and different people. But what we're trying to figure out is how much we should do and what quality of work should be done to provide the most value in the least amount of time to the most people. And I think part of it relies on how many people we talk to, and it hasn't been many yet. I think it's been 8 people that we've talked to, and we have a few more lined up for this coming week. And I don't know if it's right to put something out there before having enough people that we talk to. However, there are specific features that we can probably do and provide immediate value. So building out those features, for example, the seller side, where having a place to upload your properties, a place to show the listings, basically what we had with Property Deals way back when we started wholesaling. We created a site for ourselves to list properties and show it to buyers and people that are interested with all the information. So kind of like a Zillow listing page, like a Zillow site for off-market deals that were just our deals, but adding people to that as well. Now, because this place is not meant just for transactions, it's also a way to connect with professionals, and it's kind of like a full circle where the transactions help the connections and the connections help the transactions, and it really is just like an atmosphere for real estate. Then we kind of realized that having everything there is the value. So like having a place to find people or professionals is valuable. Having a place to do something with those people, so like to talk to, message, kind of like track, organize your stuff is important, but kind of listing those by importance and priority. We found that there are a few extremely important things that need to be built off of a general layout, but then the extra stuff doesn't need to be there right now. So for example, like community events, like events in the area all in one place, an educational hub or a tools hub, which there's one thing that we're gonna add. I'll come back to that later. But there's so many smaller variables that we needed to sit down and prioritize and figure out, okay, what needs to be there. I hope this wind's not messing up with the mic. But after talking through it, the real value that needs to be iterated on right now is the seller side dashboard and the seller side ability to do everything from contract to dispo. That is very crucial because that's the blood of the business in the end of the day is having people and deals on there. And the more deals you have on there, the more people you can get on there. And the more people that they're on there, the more the value that it's going to build. So that is absolutely necessary, number one. And that includes not only the dashboard and the uploading process, but a couple APIs, including property data from Atom and the Google search, where if you like try to start searching your address, it'll automatically suggest addresses underneath. Now, another huge point of value that we noticed that was a pattern every single meeting was not only the fact that they wanted to connect and find people to find deals, do all that, but even more so is the trust and reliability. Not trust and reliability specifically with people and properties, although that is huge, but it's more of a numbers thing. So with the properties is having an accurate reading on what you can expect to pay. That was my cat. Expect to pay for a property, how much the repairs are going to be, what the after repair value is going to be, all that. And there's so many numbers out there now, but nobody can trust anything because they have to run their own numbers, do their own thing because there's no standard. So creating that standard is what's going to set us apart. And the way we do that, I don't know if I should be saying that actually yet. Basically, we're creating a formula to provide the most accurate numbers out there. And the way we can do this is by starting out by city, because it'll be based on, obviously, the location, comps, the deal size, the work, everything like that. I won't get into too much with that because I don't know how much I should be saying on YouTube. But anyways, so all with that is trying to figure out what's absolutely necessary, and then a little bit below that is what can make it better. And what's absolutely necessary, that has to be there. So that is above speed. What makes the entire use better, that's more of a balance we need to find with the speed. And then what are other features we can add on later? We shouldn't be wasting our time with that. The only thing I do, because a lot of it is like AI coding, vibe coding they call it now, is giving prompts to build out like the general structure of a page. So it's just there, but it's not like worked on, but like we know it's there. So it's kind of like in my head, because all of this is like on memory. Like my memory is terrible. Like I couldn't tell you what I did yesterday, but I can close my eyes. I can look at the entire platform right now and tell you where everything is going to go, what it's going to look like, and what it's going to do, and how it's going to be valuable for you. So having something there allows that that memory to kind of like relax and not have to close my eyes and tell you, okay, here's this page, and this is all the stuff that's going to be there, and this is why we're going to have this thing here and not on this other side. But anyways, kind of off topic there. But all in all, that's kind of a problem we're facing. And if you guys have an opinion, if you've gotten this far, 8 minutes and 50 seconds, if you got this far, I appreciate you. You're a real one. But leave a comment if you've ever struggled with something like this, like balance of speed versus quality, or even a balance of anything, and trying to figure out and how you went about solving that issue, or that understanding what the right move forward is. Because it's not the hard problems aren't when there's something that's right or wrong. It's when there's two things that are right, and figuring out which one's the right decision for right now. So yeah, something we've been dealing with. Gonna get back to coding. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.